Let's talk money. Banyana reaching the knockout stages of the Women's World Cup for the first time in history. Each of the 23 players in the squad is guaranteed $60,000. That's FIFA prize money. They can go on, of course, to reach the quarters, semis, and finals. I know that the South African government is loath to get involved when it comes to the issues around the Federation, Safa, and FIFA. In fact, it would be against FIFA rules for the South African government to make any formal pronouncement. But how do we ensure that there are no hiccups? When we came back from the women's AFCON final, there were issues around pay. There were issues around bonuses that were guaranteed. What's the assurance from your department, not getting involved, but asking sides to maintain and stick to the agreements on what the women's football players will be getting when they return home from New Zealand?
It is quite unfortunate and disappointing, Lester, that in 2023 we were still discussing equal work, equal pay when it comes to football, but also in relation to women football. It's an unfortunate discussion we should be having as a country, because that issue has long been a policy of government. Government had to come in to make sure that the Football Authority does implement equal work, equal pay. But again, unfortunate incident that happened 72 hours before they left the country. It's a function or a lack of function of leadership from those responsible for authority. And as you know, like correctly quoted, the FIFA clauses and Safa and the government intervention. Fortunately, I got called by both the players as well as the Safa president. When the matter, it was clear that they were not able, both parties, to agree on anything, and the possibility of embarrassment to the country, and as well to delaying the departure and our participation to the FIFA Women's Netball. So we were able within 72 hours to resolve it. But it shouldn't be on the 11th hour at the doorstep of the tournament. Hence, I'm talking about the function or a lack of function of leadership. Because teams, as they participate in the international tournament, such matters about contractual payments should have been resolved months and anticipated. That is, there may be these issues.
Minister, before I let you go, running out of time, unfortunately, but what women's football, Banyana has shown, what the Spa Proteas has shown, there is a business case for supporting women's sport in South Africa. They're successful. South African wants winning teams. Corporates want to sponsor winning teams, and they're winning. But something sent here by a listener, and I've checked it on the SA Women's Hockey Team page. The SA Women's Hockey Team, they're set for to play a series in Charlotte, USA. I'm looking at a Backer Buddy page to get visas for South African women's hockey to play in a series in Charlotte. We can't be taking women's football seriously if women's football and women's sport is having to use crowdfunding to get something as small as a crowdfunding campaign for visas to go play in an international tournament.
Absolutely. I deal with those cases, Lester, on a daily basis. That there's a group of women in whatever sporting code were not able to travel. I will call a federation, I will call SASCOC and ask obviously relevant questions. And I think it's, like I said earlier, I repeat this point, it's a function of leadership. I don't think the function of leadership in this country, especially those who are responsible for authority of sport, have appreciated. Even commercial partners, we need to make sure that we refocus them. Although, as you understand from history, that the only way they think about sponsoring and investments is through rugby, cricket, and that is all in the main sport. When we talk about T20 women cricket, we were struggling. The department had to come in for
South Africa's women's T20 team are more celebrated by reaching a final of a knockout competition in the ICC World Cup. With all respect, the men's Proteas team has not.